I saw you speaking with the General. We must be in dire straits to rely on passers-by. But Lord Devonsey has seen fit to trust you. You already know of the savages in the bog. Beastly lot they are. Some of our best soldiers were captured in their raids. Others have gone missing. We sent scouting parties into the bog. I armed them as best I could, but baggage train attendants are hardly soldiers. They haven't returned for hours.
A swamp is hardly a place for heavy wagons. Was your cargo worth the trouble?
Basic supplies needed for the troops, but also cannons, powder kegs, and the like. Perhaps we could find a way out of this muck-ridden cesspool on foot, but those cannons are needed in Glitterdelve.
This was a massacre. How did you survive the battle?
We panicked. Well, the young soldiers did anyway. After Jane collapsed the road behind us, we were so close to victory. I kept the baggage train here instead of risking an escape. The enclosure gave us just enough cover to survive the assault.
If your people are raw recruits, they won't survive long in the swamp. Let me look for your missing soldiers.
You surprise me. I can offer you little more than some extra supplies, and my thanks. Look for them to the east, out in the bog. We sent out 2 scouting parties. Hopefully the swamp hasn't claimed them. Devonsey won't permit any more of us to leave camp, so you're the only chance they'll get.
Come with a coating of slime. They almost look like a gate, yes? Surely that cannot be natural.
Fall back! Fall back!
Damn natives. You make short work of them. I'm glad we're on the same side. We got split up from the rest of our party in the confusion. We're heading back to camp, but if you find the others, please help them.
There, look. The savages haven't seen us yet, but this is the edge of their village. Phineas and the other prisoners are probably being held on the far side, or maybe in the trees above.
They have the advantage of numbers.
But we have the advantage of surprise, and their numbers will count for little in that maze of platforms and islands. Once we get to the other side, on open ground, that will be the real test.
Is this all the soldiers you could gather? I thought we'd have more support.
The others were wounded, or too unproven to be trusted in a close fight. These few are veterans. They've been with me since the Battle of Drakkenberg, or before. They're blooded and fearless to a man.
Do you have a strategy in mind?
Everything depends upon finding their leader, the Chief Shaman. If we take him alive, we can negotiate from a position of strength. Damn, they've seen us. We're out of time.
Got one.
Oshamesh. We bow before no outsider. You are not welcome here. You bring fire and poison to our home. You kill our sacred trees, and you move the crawlers to madness. Now you kill my seed in my village. I come to tell you that you will stop, or Marugyetum will send you to the River of Souls.
I didn't come here to fight. We just want our people back.
If you do not come to fight, why dress for war? Your blades were already wet with Oshamesh blood. For years you come and battle here. You kill warriors in metal and Oshamesh warriors. It matters not. Always it is the same. No peace in my village or outside in the damp.
I know nothing of your people. Who are you?
I am Marugyetum, he who whispers with Nagog, High Shaman to all in this village. We are the Oshamesh, the first people. This is our place. You do not belong here.
You say the swamp is sacred, but we know nothing about it. Why do your people care?
Long ago, the Old One, Nagog, fell from the sky. Our fathers made a sacred bond with it as it lay dying. So we all became Oshamesh.
Gods falling from the sky? Just like the old story of the creator gods.
The Old One died and became the damp. When you walk, your feet touch Nagog. When you breathe, you inhale Nagog. All is Nagog. All is sacred.
The damp? What is that?
All that is out there, beyond our home. The old roots, the deep waters, the cold mist. All is the damp.
There's only one thing we want, and that's the men you took from us.
And why should I return your warriors? You have killed many of my seed. You have burned the ground and poisoned our waters with your dead.
It was Jane Cassinda who burned your swamp and killed your people, not us. I ordered my army to leave you alone.
You fought in the damp and killed Oshamesh for years. You now speak names unknown to Marugyetum to hide the truth. You are all enemies. When our blades pierce your heart, Marugyetum will feed your flesh to the crawlers.
Maru has fled up his roots. Shall we pursue, or shall we go for drinks? Pursue, I suppose.
I am in your debt.
I'll help the savages here. Go on ahead, find the camp.
Firebringer, prepare yourself for death.
Let us out of here. Please, I don't want to die in some...
See fire to the bloody swamp again. We're with you, Legionnaire.
Thank the saints. I was sure we were done for.
Hear me. Lend me your strength.
Thank you for getting me out of there. I have your back, friend.
Uphold that liquid down from sun. Death will claim you, Firebringer. I will not stop it.
Back to the fight.
Call them the bride of your Shamish. Stop. Put down your blade, Firebringer. No warrior has defeated Maru Yetum since he first whispered with Nagog. I will not fight you. Your spirit is stronger. Today, all Urshamish know the Firebringer's power and give respect. Take your warriors back and walk in peace.
You fought well, but I'm glad this ends here.
Then there is an end to the blood you seek. Good. None here will challenge you. It has always been this way. If the strongest of us cannot kill you, then no Urshamesh will. Take this charm. It is known to the roots and vines that I command, and they will bow before you to let you pass. Walk free amongst my seed, and in peace.
I am used to being gazed upon in many ways. Disgust, suspicion, desire. But now we are looked on with fear.
We give you this offering, Firebringer. Take it.
Maru Yetum is wise and powerful. We will always follow his word.
You fight uncommonly well. The savages won't trouble us again, not after such a rout. I'll gather the rest of my people and meet you back at our camp.
I'm glad to be free, but I'm sorry that so many natives had to die. I wish there could have been a less violent solution.
The Urshamash are a fascinating people. It's like they've taken all of our values and turned them on their heads, and then shrunk them.
Yes, those babbling heads are more than a little revolting, but the natives have their reasons for that too. I apologize. It's been a trying day and I ramble.
You seem a bit taken with the first people. A little odd, since they might have killed you.
The Queen has my loyalty first, but I was a scholar before I was a soldier. These villagers are endlessly interesting. They may be savage, but they're not evil. They just want to be left alone. Not so different from most people, really.
Is it true? Can you get us out of the swamp?
Indeed. I never thought studying old dwarven lore would turn me into such a valuable instrument of war. That certainly wasn't my intention.
Lord Devonsey is a good friend. He would not have left me, even if I didn't have my magic. But now that I'm free, I should be able to fashion a bridge of mud and roots. It's a bit larger than anything I've done before, but I'll manage.
The sooner we can leave this swamp, the better. Can you raise the land bridge soon?
As soon as we return to the camp, I'm sure we'll be moving out soon.
I must be off. My road takes me to Stonebridge.
Indeed. We are all in your debt. These are troubling times, but your actions remind me of kinder days. Days when the Legion and the Crown served one another. May we meet again.
She does not have the look of the First People. Who is she?
So you're the one who led the attack. Was it worth it? I can only hope that the lives you took were necessary. I came here because I didn't want to serve Azanai through war. Now that you've done your fighting, you might help me tend to its victims. I've been collecting materials from the swamp that I can use as remedies and cures. Will you help me find more?
This isn't the place I'd expect to find an Azunite. How did you get here?
I was once an apprentice alchemist. A promising one, I might add. When my father fell gravely ill, I found that none of my cures would help him. I prayed and prayed, and Azanai saved my father. Since then, I've dedicated my life to his service. Unfortunately, most Azanites seem to think that spilling blood in Jane Cassinder's name is the only true means of worship. I teach the children and help the villagers with my remedies. It's a simple life, but better than fighting in Jane Cassinder's army.
What are you looking for? Gathering a few roots doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
If only it were that easy. I've no shortage of bog plants, but slug eggs, that's a different story. They have extraordinary healing properties. With all the bloodshed that's taken place here, the villagers have need of such aid.
I must be off. I will look for the eggs when I'm in the bog.
Thank you, and be careful out there. The slugs can be rather vicious.
Thank Azur. Now we have a chance. I don't know who you are. You just walked into a frack's nest of trouble. Good thing Roderick sent you. We wouldn't have survived. You have our thanks. We should be able to make it back to the camp on our own. We'll tell Roderick what happened, but I'm sure he'll want to thank you himself.
We seem to have found a slug. Step lightly, and we'll protect their eggs to the death. That smell? It is as though someone slaughtered a pox-ridden cow and left it to bake in the sun.
You're back. Were you able to find any slug eggs?
I have them here. They aren't the most pleasant things to handle.
Let me lighten your burden then. Truly, stranger, thank you. I never thought an ally of the Royalist army would help me. Let me give you some of my supplies. They'll be of use to you on the road. May Azunai watch over you.
I can hardly believe it. All my men have returned, safe and sound. It may not seem like much, but believe me when I say that you've given us hope. Raised the morale of the men. Please, take these supplies. We'll say they fell off the wagon on the way to Glitterdelve. You've more than earned them.
We go our separate ways from here. Pity to see you go. The Queen could use good people like yourselves.
A pity also that my freedom was purchased in blood. The first people were only safeguarding their land. From their point of view,
That's more than enough, Phineas. I'll not hear any ungrateful talk, not in front of our benefactors.
Let him speak his mind. I admire his candor, at least.
The boy never lacked for sincerity or nerve, just like his father in that.
Now that we've rescued your people, where will you go?
I'll march what forces I have to Glitterdelve. Try to get there ahead of Jane Cassinda. With these cannons, we can mount a respectable defense. We'll hold Jane's army at every gatehouse, every choke point. Keep the Queen out of enemy hands. But it's no longer a question of victory. Not with the forces I have left, and no allies to support us.
Once I've crossed the bog, what's the fastest route to Stonebridge?
On the far side of the water, you'll find an old trading road. It should bring you straight to Stonebridge.
How long will it take to raise the land bridge?
Not long. I begin straight away.
If our fortune holds, then Jane Cassinda will not have reached Glitterdelve, not yet. We'll march to Queen Rosalind's side as quickly as we can. Perhaps we'll see each other again, before this war is done.
We promised you a road out of the swamp. Follow me.